Demogorgon raid consists of 3 phases in which players are put up against mechanically different challenges. During the first phase you fight swarms of lesser demons, second phase is the first boss fight against Garistro, and third phase is the second and final boss fight against Demogorgon himself. Madness is a minor mechanic of this raid and can be tracked at the debuff bar. The more madness you have, the less powers you can use. 11 madness disables daily powers and 16 madness disables encounter powers. Madness is gained passively every couple of seconds and each time you get hit by any ability and can be dispelled by stepping into any of the cleansing circles. As long as there is a demon inside the circle, it turns red and no longer dispels madness until there are no more demons inside of it. First phase. Battlefield is filled with portals of different colors that players have to close by activating them. This summons a pack of demons which vary depending on the portal color. Demogorgon himself is present on the battlefield, is invulnerable and performing his full range of attacks, so should be kept away from the players, preferably by 2 tanks. He is continuously using his gaze on the target with the most threat, dealing massive damage and stacking a debuff. As soon as this debuff hits 5 stacks, every player is stunned for a couple of seconds. That's why it's a good idea to have 2 tanks who rotate aggro to avoid the stun, but it's not critical. To get higher rating for this phase, you need to close as many portals as possible. Points are given when all of the demons summoned by the portal are defeated, and immediately after that a new portal of the same color is spawned randomly on the battlefield. The bigger the portal is, the more points your group gets. The biggest portals are purple, medium ones are blue and the smallest ones are green. In theory, players need to close as many portals as they can handle and quickly kill demons using their AoEs and crowd control. But practice shows that the most efficient and safe way to get golden rating is to close only purple, the biggest portals, which spawn only 2 tough demons which you can quickly kill as 8 people, earning a lot of points for each purple portal. You only need to close 9 purple portals to earn gold rating. You don't need to hit gold during this phase to get gold rewards after the raid is over. Being as close to gold as possible is enough. Second phase. Demogorgon disengages your group and Garistro is summoned to fight you. This boss has an incredible amount of health, so unless you have a group of extremely strong damage dealers, it is critical to utilize the mechanic of this fight. 4 circle-like portals are spawned at the corners of the instance, 2 yellow and 2 black. Black portals heal the boss for 20% health, while yellow ones damage him for 5% health. Throughout the fight, boss selects one of the players to be the target of his charge. This player and everyone else will see a big red line which shows the direction of Garistro's charge. Immediately after seeing this line, the target of the charge, the player, should aim for any of the yellow portals by moving themselves around the battlefield. After each charge, boss jumps back to the center of the instance and portals swap their colors, so the black ones turn yellow and the yellow ones turn black. If you're a high mobility class like Scourge Warlock or Great Weapon Fighter, you can position yourself almost wherever you want when fighting the boss, while other classes should always position themselves between the boss and one of the yellow portals, otherwise they risk not hitting the yellow or even hitting one of the black portals by mistake. You can see the progress bar filling this red line, which indicates how long you have before Garistro performs the charge. Worth mentioning that if the target of the charge is killed before the boss charges, he cancels it and chooses another target. Garistro uses this ability 10 times per fight, which means if you land all of the charges into yellow damaging circles, it's 50% of his health gone for free. Throughout this fight, Demogorgon casts his gaze on multiple targets, which does enough damage to one-shot most classes and adds a lot of madness. In order to dodge this skill, you need to hide inside one of the cleansing circles, which you can see on the map. While cleansing circles don't dispel madness while being red, they still provide cover against this attack. Garistro also has a melee cleave, which does a lot of damage, but thankfully it's very easy to avoid, just look at his hands animation. Rating for this phase is given based on how much health Garistro has left. Gold is earned if the boss dies. You need to earn gold during this phase if you want gold rewards after the raid is over. Third phase. Demogorgon jumps back to fight you and performs every ability he had during the first phase, with the addition of the channeled AoE, which you have to dispel at the cleansing circles. It is a very good idea to pull him closer to the entrance instead of fighting him at spawn. This will give everyone easier time dodging his massive AoE ability, and people who died can immediately rejoin the fight, instead of running all the way from the respawn spot, and possibly dying in the process. As you are killing Demogorgon, additional demons are spawned. You have to decide with your group whether you want to kill them, because if you do, everyone has to be committing to it. Otherwise it takes too long and you lose too much DPS on the boss himself. Generally, everyone just tries to zerg the boss as fast as possible, which isn't that bad of an idea, especially if your group is aiming to and has good enough damage output to earn gold rating for this fight. Rating points are awarded based on how fast you have killed Demogorgon, if at all. If you couldn't kill him in time to get silver, everyone is affected with a buff which increases stats quite a bit, making it easier for your group to at least earn bronze. Even if you fail at killing Demogorgon, you still get rewards based on average performance, up to silver if you earned gold during the first two phases.